called sanitizers. And that's like your Quat 146, there's iodine sanitizers. What kind do y'all use? Quat, okay, that's what we use too at the hospital.
What's the name of it?
It's OS is 146, but it's a Quat sanitizer. QUAT. You're welcome. You can also use heat sanitizing as a way, but it has to be at least 171 degrees, and you have to soak it for at least 30 seconds, okay? Or you can run it through your high temp dish machine. There's also chemical sanitizing. So what affects the sanitizer's effectiveness? One thing is concentration. So how are y'all checking the concentration in your third compartment? Yeah, the little strips. And so you dip it in the water, yep, and then you make sure it's colored the right way. If not, you know you don't have the right concentration in there, okay? So, general guidelines for the effective use of chlorine, iodine, in your quats. Chlorine is affected by water temperature and pH. You need to see? You got it? And there's also iodine and quats. There's really not a lot you need to know about those. The most important thing is you understand what you're using and how to do the effectiveness, okay? So y'all's is just the strip. So let's talk about how and when to clean and sanitize. First step is to scrape or remove food bits from the surface. Then you wash, then you rinse, then you sanitize, and then you air dry. So that's the steps, okay? All right, so when should you clean and sanitize food contact surfaces? Well, before they're used, ideally, too, because you're not sure if they have been. And then definitely after it's been used. What's the time frame if it's in constant use? It's not. 4 hours. 4 hours. So how are we going to clean and sanitize the slicer? What's the first thing we're going to do? Thank you. Unplug it. Then you take the removable parts off and wash, rinse, and sanitize. You scrape or remove food from the equipment surface. You wipe the surfaces down, rinse and sanitize, and then how are we going to dry them? Air dry. Very good. All right. And our high temp machines, how high does that heat get? 180. Very good. And y'all are checking that with a thermometer. There are some chemical sanitizing machines. They just run at a lot lower temp because of the chemical they're using. All right. So 3-compartment sink. What are we going to do? We're going to clean and sanitize each sink and drain board before we use it, right? All right. And what are we filling the first sink with? Soap and water. And what temp does that have to be? 110. If you see the health department come in, the first thing you need to do is empty that water. Yes, because if you don't, they're going to temp it. And if it's not 110, you get a critical. It's very hard to maintain 110 degrees. So when the health department comes, somebody needs to go empty that sink of water, okay? Because that's easy points. You don't have to get docked. All right, so second sink has what kind of water? It's the clean water, yep, for rinse. And the third sink has what in it? Sanitizer. Very good. All right, so steps for cleaning and sanitizing in your 3-compartment sink. First step is you're going to do what? You're going to scrape. Second step, in the first sink, you're going to wash. Third step, rinse. In which sink? Second sink. Fourth sink is sanitize. In the third sink. And then air dry. Very good. Very good. All right. So what about your sanitizer cloths? What do you keep them in? Bucket of what? Sanitizer solution, yes. So don't just leave your rags laid out on the counter. Be sure they're in your sanitizer bucket. Somebody's ringing. So what about, so we were talking earlier, y'all have policies for if somebody gets sick, right? Or how you handle it. So y'all throw the whole tray away? Okay. All right.
The teacher actually has to take it out.
The teacher does. Okay. So using food service chemicals, you gotta be sure you know the first aid. You know what those sheets are called? Used to be called MSDS, now it's just SDS. But it basically is a first aid sheet that comes with each chemical that tells you what to do if you have exposure, SDS. Do y'all have cleaning programs in your kitchen or like a list you follow? Like daily cleaning, weekly cleaning? Supposed to? Are y'all following them? Okay. It's really good if you have a program or schedule, even a list where people can initial that it's been done and then the manager can follow up. Alright? Any questions on that? You made it. That's good. We got one more quiz and then you'll be done for the day with me. Quiz number 10. True or false? Surfaces must be sanitized before they're cleaned. False. Y'all falling asleep on me. Yes. False. Cleaning reduces the number of pathogens on a surface to safe levels. False. That's sanitizing. Utensils cleaned and sanitized in a 3-compartment sink should be dried with a towel. False. What should you do? Soaking items for 30 seconds in water at least 171 is an acceptable way to sanitize. True. You got, no, 180 is the high temp dish machine. 171 is just heat sanitizing in the sink. So when to clean and sanitize? List 4 instances when a food contact surface must be cleaned and sanitized. So before it's used? After it's used? If you're changing food items? How many hours? 4. If you're doing it for more than 4 hours. Alright, and for clean in place equipment, what's the number 1 thing you do? Unplug it. Good. Number 2, you're going to take removable parts off. Yeah, number 3 is going to be scrape. 1 is unplug. 2 is take the removable parts off. Then 3, you're going to scrape it. Then what we're going to do? We're going to wash it. That's number 4. Then we're going to rinse it for number 5. We're going to sanitize it, number 6. Air dry, number 7. Very good. So from top to bottom, it's going to be 2, 1, 6, 5, 7, 3, 4. Okay. All right, and 5 factors that affect a sanitizer's effectiveness. It's going to be concentration, temperature, contact time, water hardness, and pH. So you got concentration, temperature, contact time, water hardness, and pH. And flip the page, you got one more last thing. So cleaning and sanitizing in a 3-compartment sink. What's the first step? Rinse, scrape, or soak. Then what we're going to do? Wash them. Rinse. Sanitize. Air dry. So from top to bottom, you got 4, 5, 3, 1, and 2. Does anybody have any questions about Serve Saver? If you think of anything, you have my cell phone number on the front, and you also have my email address. I talk or text, either one. I'll be glad to answer any questions that you have. Anybody? Yeah.
Yes.
So y'all are done with me, so now y'all get to go, anybody else need a coffee? Y'all good?